Hello and welcome to a Pac-12 football show you can watch even if you are a DirecTV subscriber. It's Pac Mentality here on ArizonaSports.com. My name is Vince Marotta, and we're finally fully into the conference schedule with 5 games this week. But week 3 was another good one for the conference. What did we learn? We learned again that you can't rely on kickers. Cal was tied with Ohio State in Columbus in the fourth quarter and faced a 4th and 1 at the Buckeyes' 25-yard line. Now, Cal's Brendan Bigelow is averaging 52 yards a carry in the game. So what does Cal coach Jeff Tedford do? He opts for a 42-yard field goal attempt from Vincenzo D'Amato that wasn't close. D'Amato had already missed 2 tries in the game. Ohio State got the ball back, scored the game-winning touchdown with 3:26 to go. On the road against a ranked opponent, you've got to have guts, and Tedford didn't show any. He's got another loss to show for it. We learned that USC is human. The Stanford defense punished the Trojans all night long, holding them to 26 yards rushing and sacking Matt Barkley 4 times. Josh Nunes did a nice job of managing the game, and Stanford got a huge performance from Stephon Taylor in the 21-14 win, their 4th straight over SC. We learned that throwing dirt on the grave of Utah in the wake of Jordan Wynn's career-ending injury was premature. John Hayes got extended playing time last season in Wynn's absence, and he shined again in a 24-21 win over BYU Saturday. With their stout defense, the Utes should still be a tough opponent in the Pac-12 South. And we learned, or at least I learned, it's time for ASU to scrap the 2-quarterback system. Sun Devils couldn't get into any rhythm at all early in their 24-20 loss to Missouri. Taylor Kelly started slow, but he played well overall, and he really does everything that Michael Eubank can do. Todd Graham has raved about Eubank's ability to throw the long ball, but we haven't seen it, and I'm not sure ASU has any receivers that can get open or catch the long ball. Taylor Kelly should be the man in Tempe, in my humble opinion. Pac-12 teams went 5-3 in non-conference matchups this past weekend, bringing their non-con record to 22-10 for the season. On my picks, a decent 8-2 to improve the season mark to 25-8. As I mentioned, there are 5 conference games this week, so let's dive in. This week gets started Saturday afternoon in Pasadena with the well-rested Oregon State Beavers visiting 19th-ranked UCLA. The Beavers have had a game postponed due to weather and sat through a bye week last Saturday. Mike Riley's team will have their hands full with the Bruins offense, which ranks 2nd in the nation in total offense and 20th in scoring. Brett Hundley has been fantastic, and running back Jonathan Franklin has too. But the Bruins need to be better with the football. They've committed 8 turnovers in 3 games, which has them ranked 105th in the nation. I still think they have enough to get by Oregon State. I like the Bruins 34-24. Last week, Colorado linebacker Derek Webb called a players-only meeting to rally the troops. The Buffs responded by getting absolutely pounded by Fresno State 69-17. Webb and the Buffs can hold another meeting this week, and it doesn't matter if Tony Robbins, Richard Simmons, and Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket are there. Nothing will motivate this team enough to win. I like the Cougs 42-17. Cal lost a tough one in Columbus last weekend and now heads south to LA to take on the 13th-ranked USC Trojans. The Golden Bears have yielded 8 touchdown passes in their last 2 games against Southern Utah and the Buckeyes, and now have to face Matt Barkley and USC in LA a week after their passing game was shut down by Stanford. This could get ugly for Cal's secondary. I like the Trojans 45-20. Good matchup in Tempe with the 2-1 Sun Devils hosting the 2-1 Utah Utes. ASU dug themselves a 17-point hole early that they nearly climbed out of with a gritty second-half effort in Missouri. They want to crank up their running game and get Cameron Marshall going. That could be tough sledding against All-American defensive tackle star Lotulelei and a tough Utes run defense. This game will be close, but I like the Sun Devils to bounce back in a 23-21 win. And the game of the week is in Eugene with the 3rd-ranked Oregon Ducks hosting the number 22 Arizona Wildcats. Despite the fact that both teams are ranked and that Oregon has shown some vulnerability on defense, the Ducks are a 26.5-point favorite. The Arizona offense is humming and will put yards and points on the board against Oregon, but will they have enough speed to match the Ducks? I am very tempted to pick the Wildcats in an upset here, and if the game was being played in Tucson, I would. But it's in Eugene, where the Ducks are 23-1 under Chip Kelly all time. Oregon wins a shootout, 49-40. Well, that wraps up another edition of Pac Mentality. For more insight and opinion on the Pac-12, along with other random musings like why Cox Communications allows me to watch ESPN3 and not watch ESPN, follow me on Twitter @Vince Marotta. My name is Vince Marotta. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on Pac Mentality on ArizonaSports.com.